Welcome back to Doki Doki Katamari. This level, we're doing everybody's favorite thing to do, household chores.
What is that? No, oh, that was her voice. So this thing used to be called, not used to be, this is actually called Doki Doki Katamari
Hell no,
overseas?
I'm just making up shit.
Because it's called We Heart Katamari,
Because
and
I'm having fun.
the sound when your heart's pounding in Japan, they call Doki Doki, hence Doki Doki Panic.
I was like, oh, you were just being a fool.
Yes,
Oh,
as
I
usually
No,
do.
he was just being a weeb.
You would have to be a me
Actually-
to play this game.
Actually, for some reason, I was just thinking, oh, I get it. You were just saying something stupid.
Actually, I love Katamari.
We don't care about children's rooms. In fact, we love them.
So we're gonna clean up a place.
You say kids' room, I call it a miniature universe.
I call that delusional. So we're going
I
to go
call it
to
an
another
excuse.
gimmick stage. This one is
There are exactly
That's
100
nice.
objects to roll up in this one little kid's room.
Oh,
you
and
have
just
to
like
roll
that,
up
we
every
found
single
our
one
next
of
cousin
them.
who's literally a caterpillar.
L'amour.
Lemur or whatever.
cousin.
But so yeah, this I think this is I think the first one we've encountered this kind of gimmick game in this game so far. Ikki, so how does this work?
Roll up all 100 objects scattered throughout the level as fast as you can. It's a time attack.
Okay.
And that includes the cousin. And,
Right.
I think the president.
This one I remember I actually cut out a lot. This one was one that we had to redo a couple times because it's a very set order of like what can be picked up when.
Yeah, because you also have to take into account the size of your Katamari at the moment.
Right.
Ouch.
And as we all know, Ikki is a perfectionist when it comes to his Katamari craft.
Well, no,
Well, it has
I
to
just
be
wanna
satisfying.
I just want to make sure I'm doing it as good as I possibly can because I want to prove my e-gamer point skills, yo.
Right.
I'm actually I guess I am curious to ask. Oh, the gift. I guess I am curious to ask. Like,
Come on, baby. Oh, I got
is
it.
is it actually? Okay, we're on the TV. I want to say I'm actually curious. Is it possible to like? Apart from just reaching the bare minimum for each of these levels, like make sure you reach the bare minimum size in those games, and in this one, just make sure you do it decently fast enough. Would you call We Love Katamari a hard game to complete?
No. Just going
but
for
it's just-
bare minimum is relatively easy, except for a few specific stages.
Oh, I hate those specific ones. But
Santa.
not there.
Wowee!
Yo,
Wowie zowie.
I was about to make a joke about like now get in my mouth, but we don't do royal rainbows like that in this game.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy,
no,
flash was
they
not
changed
ruffle.
that for the better.
Just fly into his neck ruffle and forget what you saw.
Yeah.
Forget what you said. Pretend like we was never here.
Don't mind us, folks.
We would have cleaned it up with a black hole if we had the choice.
And Lemur and a little cute little hat.
And a big antenna.
That's
Oh, I thought that was a party hat.
Was
you,
it
you,
antenna?
you say it's a party hat. I figured it was literally one of those clown-like horns. You know, the ones that go.
Oh yeah, with a little beeper on top. Now I have this dumb
Skeeter?
idea of like you walk up to a cousin, you just squeeze the little tip of the antenna. Just,
No, right?
Zippy Skeeter.
Oh.
my sweet kitty cat.
Story time. Oh, hey, it's the queen. When she was still a
So-
princess.
Cosmos, when she
So-
was a housewife.
So she was a princess of sorts, but she
And she
went to
lived in
school just like
Mushroom.
any other good.
In a cactus
Samaritan.
field. With a loaf of bread in
I
hand.
love how she takes her loaf of bread like it's the toast in any other school anime.
Yes.
Yeah.
But oh,
Oh,
Sorry,
Oh.
that my hat was... Oh.
We're in
Oh.
love now.
it's symbolism.
It must
it also
mean
helps that they're like the
something.
only two human. It also probably helps that they're the only two beings in this entire planet that look like
With
this.
these
And it
silly
just so
hats.
and it's a blessing in disguise too that they just so happen to be each other's type.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was helpful. What? I guess while we're doing this next bit, Ikki, what do we know about the Queen of all Cosmos? Like, I don't think she definitely doesn't seem as,
She's
I guess
far
childish.
more benevolent than the King of all Cosmos, yet far more dangerous.
Ooh.
really
Yeah.
dangerous. How?
I don't know, but I don't want to know.
It's
Oh,
one of
oh,
it's
this-
one of
this
those
is like
things where they
in-game
just
lore.
leave it up to your imagination just how much more
How
dangerous she
godlike
can
she
be.
is.
Dang.
And yes,
Like she-
Lamore is actually one of the smallest cousins.
Really?
Aw.
Mhm.
Well, I mean,
It's so
a literal
weird. Like, you guys remember the Shifty Look comics?
Shifty
I-
look.
Somewhat. Like, the only thing from Shifty Look I'll always cherish is the fucking Klonoa comic before that got left on a cliffhanger.
Ugh,
No.
never forgetty.
Oh, man. I really wanted that to go on even after that whole thing got pulled. And it's sad, too, because, like, that's the last thing of relevance Klonoa's had.
Yeah.
We all could have gotten that movie, but
Could've
Namco
gotten
said,
another
nope,
game, but
scrap
you know.
it, scrap it, and pretend
What?
this cavity freak never existed.
What the actual hell hype?
What? Oh, the thing
The
I
thing
posted.
you posted. Okay, so I'm gonna read this paragraph because we're just doing another. Now we're trying to.
Another
This is our
make it
next.
as
Get to a certain
stage.
size stage, right? So hype found this apparently in an old Nintendo magazine or book of some sort. It talks about Waluigi's origins.
Oh, yeah.
And this is I will read the paragraph verbatim for Ikki. So it is talking about how Wario first met Waluigi.
Oh, hold on, Johnson.
Johnson,
Oh,
wait, he looks just
Johnson.
like the prince, but his head is
Sideways.
positioned incorrectly.
He's a silly dude.
His head's sideways and his face is round.
So yeah, basically, Wario really wanted a tennis partner for that Tennis N64 game, or yeah, I think it was in 64. Yeah,
Yeah, it was 64.
And so this is this is official. This is apparently official lore that I'm gonna hold Nintendo to, Ikki. It says, quote unquote, that when Wario needed a tennis partner, he went online to an actor for hire site, and quote unquote, lo and behold, there he was, Jimmy Papadopoulos.
Papadopoulos.
Or maybe you might recognize him by his legally and permanently changed name, Waluigi.
And that
So
Wario
Waluigi's
hired him to be
orig-
his tennis partner.
And then they just kind of realized, might as well keep him around. He's all right. And Waluigi's real name is Jimmy
Papadopoulos.
Papadopoulos.
Honestly,
Papadopoulos.
to be fair, this seems about as legible as Yoshi's. Like, not legible, fucking.
Yoshi
th-
T.
Credible?
Munchakoopas.
Yeah, I was about to bring up Yoshi T. Munchasaur. That seems about as credible as that whole thing, which, let's be real here. That's just a little malarkey from the,
TV show.
Translators.
Yeah, for the
Oh, that
translators,
too.
because they had nothing better to do.
No ideas. They just wanted to. It's also probably about as credible as Ogilvy.
Ogilvy?
He's talking
Oh,
about
right,
Sonic's
Sonic.
name in the comics. Sonic was just a nickname and or superhero persona, and at one point in the comics he mentioned that Sonic's real birth name was Ogilvy.
Ogilvy
actual name
Maurice
was
Hedgehog.
It was there are just some odd things where like I give him props for wanting to try and do world building, but there are some decisions where you're just like, why?
It's like, no.
Do I
It's
look like a
just-
Jimmy to you?
Nobody needed that. And
But no, like when
It's just-
you
yeah.
when you revealed that much, I mentally blue screened. Like, I took a full minute just trying to process that.
it
Well,
just
you know-
zooms. It just zooms in on Ikki's face, and you just hear like freaking like
Papadopoulos.
old printer modem, like fax modem sounds booting up.
Well, you know what? Considering Nintendo themselves doesn't want to do anything with Luigi, it might as well be.
You mean Waluigi?
That's what I
You
meant to say,
mean
Waluigi. Sorry.
Gimme?
They're too playing with Luigi. I mean, you know what? Gotta bring up a relevant game that came out not that long ago. Paper Mario: The Origami King. This is probably
Oh, yeah?
the most. This is the game that I feel next to Super Mario, Luigi actually has shit to do, and
Yeah,
is actually relevant
that's
to the
good.
entire.
Yeah,
I
'cause
mean,
that's-
he had shit to do
yeah,
with
really,
passing
'cause-
your door.
No, he didn't. Like
Yes, he
honestly,
did.
like well, no.
He had
Here's
saved the
here's
Waffle
the
Kingdom.
here is the
Oh, boy.
well. Here's the thing, Ikki. Yes, he did have that fun story that you can listen to, but as
Off
far as like
screen.
the actual events of the game, he had no reason to be there.
No, but he was anyways.
Well, it was just a fun little thing, and that's completely fair on that game. It also helps too that the whole events of the Waffle Kingdom make me wish that they actually just Intelligent Systems actually had the balls to actually
Luigi
make
game
that
with Princess
Paper
and Claire.
Luigi in the Waffle Kingdom sort of game.
That would be amazing.
But other than that, it's like, yeah, no, like, unless it's Super Paper Mario or recently in Origami King's case, Luigi's never really been relevant to the story, which, I mean, it's still amazing to me that they actually did so much with him this time around.
I mean, why
Right.
would they even?
I think
bring
that
back
I'd argue
the
that for a
Star
good
Color
handful of the Mario
Splash?
characters that are in that game, but
If he didn't
we'll
even
get
say it.
that's as far as I'll take that whole claim
Let's
because
not open that
Logan still needs to
push
finish the whole
just
game
yet.
himself.
I know. I'm gonna get to it. We'll say real talk. I think I really like this song too.
Baby
This
Universe.
is good.
Yeah, I like the instrumental behind it.
Same here. It's really nice. But yeah, this is actually the first stage that we actually get to explore the town proper.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, because this is our official grand overworld that we'll be seeing more of later.
Yeah, kind of
Or
like
at
how it
least
was
the
in the
start of
kind of
it.
like how it was in the original game, where over time you were in the living room, but then you got to actually explore the town, and then
Although
eventually the
in that
world.
game's case, it was divided between the house, the town, and the world. As like separate worlds or levels. Just with different object arrangements.
Oh yeah,
Careful, careful. Oh,
easy does it.
So did you
Are we
guys
gonna
ever
see-
hear of the Korean-only MMO Katamari game?
Wait, there was an
MMO?
MMO for Katamari?
Apparently, there was a Korea-only online Katamari game.
I can't imagine that working all that well, considering the fact the whole point of the game is literally to roll stuff up. And if that includes like other players, then I can't help but imagine how awkward that has to be for those that get caught up in someone else's Katamari.
Well,
yeah,
no,
look this
it would
up.
have,
Katamari MMO.
No, it'd
Katamari
have like a
Damacy
system
Online.
where you play single-player maps, and you see who can make the best Katamari out of all of them.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh.
Okay, so let's see. Multiplayer maps were also reused from the PS2 games.
Ugh.
Let's see. The King and Queen and Prince are out. Okay, so the story, because again, gotta find something to talk about for the next 5 minutes.
Online game?
Yeah, for the online game, because again, I need to find something to talk about for the next 5 minutes. And for anybody wondering, yeah, don't worry. Like, looking at our size in the upper left, like it's an exponential thing. The bigger you get, the easier it is to become bigger, faster.
Oh yeah,
Bigger, faster,
Careful.
stronger, harder.
Okay.
it literally
All
runs
the
under the
fish-
it runs under the logic of the Kid Icarus
Actually,
game for the NES.
I wanna ask. I'll let you do your thing, Logan, but I wanna go
Yeah, no
back to
worries.
that wall. Like, just very quickly, I wanna go back to that Waluigi thing one last time. It's like, as funny as it is, I guess. As funny as it is, I agree with James. It probably is non-canon because if you read further into the article, they say, and I quote, "Let's just say that their partnership had some rocky beginnings, but rumors say that it blossomed into a great friend and maybe even a romance," which is completely bull
What?
because, as we all know, Wario is very clearly gold sexual.
I mean,
Well, yeah, no,
Waluigi
he
is
has
a
absolutely
very
no
romantic-
desire for anything besides monetary value.
I mean, he's a hell of a dancer.
Waluigi is, yeah, and he knows the
And he's
tango.
a-
And
and
oh
he's-
gosh, that poor man.
And he's
And
a
Wario
flirt
knows
tosser
how to
at
run a
boot.
business. Anyways,
Like, let's-
what were you saying,
let's-
Logan?
Oh jeez.
Okay, get the construction. Oh, geez, yeah, now we get to start really causing some mayhem. So anyway, so the plot of this, apparently this MMO, the King, Queen, and Prince were out in the cosmos doing their stuff.
Just
they were on a
flying
fishing
around.
trip, and the three of them sat on a planet, possibly killing thousands, and they cast their lines. The king manages to accidentally hook a large bath plug, which causes a
Because of
black,
course.
which when he yanks the bath plug out, causes a black hole to form in the middle of the cosmos.
Because of course.
And I love this next line because I can absolutely see it visually in my head. Like after they do this, it says, "The king and queen, the king and queen pause to stare at each other for a brief moment before flying off, leaving the prince alone to sort it out."
Wow.
The scene closes out on the prince's face, showing him looking irate in a comical moment.
Aw.
So
I mean,
apparently
how do you
people are
make
saying that
the
this.
prince look, irate if his face is just that.
Well, it's probably just a narrow face. So apparently, people are saying the story of the MMO is very similar to Beautiful Katamari's story.
Oh, right, because there's a black hole that you have to plug up in that game.
Right, with a big Katamari.
Yeah.
But yeah, so new features in this MMO game was a. Okay, so I see how this works, James. So you're not actually rolling around like Katamari's like in the open. It's more like it honestly looks more like a social platform of sorts with Katamari gameplay mixed in because. A screenshot I'll share with you in a second here. I won't put it up because I mean it's just a Korean. We're never doing this. It's almost more like an online chat room where like it's like a virtual room and you can see a bunch of various Prince avatars walking around.
Along with exclusive cousins to the game.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, there are
Who- what's his
exclusive
name?
cousin designs in Katamari Online. I don't know
Really?
much about them, but a lot of them have really nice designs or like... Okay, so they're basically like palette swaps of pre-existing models from like this and the previous game. But a good amount of them are original, and some of them can get really weird. Like one's a T-bone steak, one's a piece of cheese, one's a CD.
Oh, jeez.
There's a couple of puzzle pieces.
Uh-huh.
I take it they're triplets or something.
I don't know. There's a trio of treasure chest cousins.
That's cool. So let's see. So in gameplay, let's see. So there was a house system which allowed you to create your own island, add to them with items.
So kind of like Club Penguin.
Kind of. Domicile Online also introduced a new method of collecting cousins, which was in-app purchases.
Oh boy, my
Of
favorite.
course.
Right next
And,
to MapleStory.
And it looks like it's almost kind of like how CTR did it, where like different cousins are available during different times of the week or different
Oh,
parts
so
of the
like
day or
a
different
rotating
days.
selection.
Sounds more like
Right.
how Mario Kart Tour does it, because CTR at least had the dignity to not charge for that stuff.
Yeah.
But that's right, you couldn't actually buy coins.
Yeah, like coins were like the only things you could purchase, but that's the thing. It's like you could buy more coins, but you're still capable of grinding them out yourself. So technically,
Oh,
you don't have
oh,
to
no,
spend
no,
a
sorry,
dime
yeah.
to unlock everything.
Plus,
Well,
you
yeah,
don't
no, so sorry.
exactly
That
need
sorry. I
coins
meant to say
get,
that's
like,
how.
the best score, 'cause-
Now let's say that's actually how the MMO works too. Sorry. So yeah, the MMO you could use in-game currency or buy more of that currency with real money.
And consider the fact that I assume this was free to play, like I assume they'd make you grind far more than what you'd be expected of doing in like CTR.
I kind of
Yeah,
expect
holy
it to
crap.
end up. Well, I kind of see it as working kind of like the premium shop in MapleStory. Like you don't really need any stuff from it; it's mostly cosmetic. But they also offer the likes of, say, double EXP or double item drop tickets, or even pets.
God,
Right.
God, look at that
Ooh,
face.
we got the crown jewels.
Oh jeez, hey Johnson.
It's
yeah,
not
I
as
think
nice
I'm
a crown
gonna.
as the King of all Cosmos.
Hey,
Okay.
can you scratch my face? I can't even reach it.
You know
I think that's
what?
actually part of
I-
Johnson's bio now that I think about it.
I think I have an idea as to why he's named Johnson.
Da-da-da.
I mean, just
I mean, I
you
think
wait
so.
till we find another cousin later on.
For over 50 years, you and your Johnson.
My wife
You-
would like that.
Stop saying that.
Oh wait, no, that was Wonder Boner. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Also,
that
we
was
got a
Wonder
Pluto.
Boner.
Also, Pluto is still a planet.
And now we got the
Okay.
Germination Pluto.
Nice.
Hooray! And yeah, that'll be. Looks like that's gonna be about it for now.
Nope, we have one more mission to show off today.
Yeah, so
And
let's
it's
do
We're
not-
gonna do it with our Johnson.
It's this.
Okay.
This-
Oh,
Wait a second,
now
is
we
this,
get-
is
oh,
this
yes.
the one I was talking about?
Yes, this is the absolute unit one.
Oh boy.
He is a mini boy.
He's
Nah,
so little.
yeah, we gotta.
Well,
We just need to take him out for a good old romp.
So yeah, a good old rump or a romp
No.
with U or O.
You know what, Hype? Even if he doesn't want to watch it, I'm gonna watch that video with you after this.
Alright.
I want to relive Pooh's gym. But in any case, yeah, we gotta. This is one of the most interesting of these.
It's a fun mission, I'll give it that.
I
Plus,
mean,
he
it's
gets to
not
play it 3
too
times.
terribly different for what we've done already. It's just that you also have to remember. I think actually, yeah. Here we are.
We're getting fired up. So here's the deal with this level. You have to roll up a sumo and have him eat stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
can
not
have-
not just any stuff, but all stuff.
All the edible stuff, including people. And then
Really?
roll up the sumo wrestler episode.
This took a bit, so
Yeah.
I
Because
thi-
ideally you want to get big enough so that you don't you don't just not, defeat your opponent, but you also roll him up.
I remember when we were doing this during like the recording phase that we literally compared this to like if we were like the fucking blob monster.
Or Homer
Just,
Simpson when he eats the radioactive marshmallow.
Pretty much, yeah. Just literally eats everything. Or in this case, it just assimilates right into his body.
I don't understand it. James Coco went mad in 3 minutes.
In 15 minutes. But yeah.
But yeah, there
But,
is a lot of
yeah.
food, and depending on the kind of food you eat, you get more calories, and more calories means bigger sumo.
And all you have to really do is you just want to make your sumo big enough to at the end roll up the opponent and win the game.
Yeah,
And
but
then
ideally,
assimilate him.
not only do you want to focus on the size of the food, but you also want to focus on the context of the food too. So like bales
Right.
of rice generally get you going pretty fast.
Right.
Also, our cousin of the day over here is Nick. We're not going to be rolling him up just yet, but we will later on in this,
Call it a
Okay.
like in
hunch.
this episode.
And then everyone town's like,
What the heck is that butterball doing rolling
How is he
around?
rolling around like that? How's he T-posing? Or why
I
not?
would be actually kind of.
and is that
terrified if
pizza
this was
literally
real.
absorbing into his flesh?
Dude, this
Yeah,
is actually
his
kind of. I
crotch?
would actually be so. I'd actually be sort of terrified if like someone was like through mitosis absorbing the town.
I would be
Also
more
like a
than happy
Wally.
to absorb my pizza via osmosis. Or
Yeah,
reverse
osmosis. I meant.
osmosis.
Why did I, oh, yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah, crap. Mitosis is when they split. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it
Oh.
meiosis?
Well, regardless, he did the same way Waldy does.
I think
Oh,
meiosis
yeah.
is like when things like combine, but also I'll have to look it up later. But yeah,
And now,
I
okay,
like
for a moment,
food. Do you
for a
like
moment I thought he
food?
was gonna literally go and get the children.
Roll up the
as-
children.
well, as you see, another thing is that I don't think this can. Oh, look, there's our next
Nick,
cousin, Nick.
There he is,
I told you guys I was
and
gonna roll him.
and he too looks like a literal butterball.
He's a
Whoa.
baby.
And he was in the first game too.
I don't. Excuse me. I don't think. What was I say? I don't think this level you can get like a 100% or whatever thing because like you'll see like they're like food like trucks that are literally generating an endless amount of food.
No, they run out of food at some point.
Now you're
Oh,
reading.
really?
Now
Yeah,
you're
they
reading
only
the
spawn
wood.
down
Oh
food that you
no,
haven't
it's
rolled.
time.
for that
Did you
particular
just
object.
capture a? Did you just capture a person?
Yes. you
Yeah, I was
rolled
about
the
to say,
bean.
I
it's
don't
like-
know where that
he-
came from.
It's not just that now he's eating inanimate objects. Now he's eating the wood and the stones.
I
See,
mean,
I don't know
when it
about-
comes to
I don't know what
flights
to feel
of
about
those
this, about
like
capturing
these crates
people.
over here, they count as fruit boxes. So you're not eating the
Okay.
boxes, you're eating the food inside the boxes.
But I'm saying I don't know how to feel about us capturing people for
Yeah, it's one of the
for
sucker issues, I will
sustenance.
say.
Oh, jeez, careful.
But I know there
Ow.
are some people that enjoy this mission far more than I do.
Ha.
Of
And
course,
I am
because you're
the,
making someone fit.
Fit and an absolute bit of an absolute unit.
I want.
put the kibosh on that real quick.
Also, look at that tall guy over there.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about Johnson again, which he
No,
looks
not
like he's
Johnson.
struggling.
I mean, he's a tall guy in the horizontal sense.
Yeah.
And his face keeps on, and his face keeps literally getting stuck on the fitty fatty.
He cannot be getting comfortable. He can't like have a comfortable bed to sleep in if his head is gonna be like freaking 4 feet jutting.
Now
in
let's
head-
stop and think about it. I think it's his head that's pushing the guy as opposed to his arms.
I mean,
just-
have you ever
he's
realized
just
that
he's just
tiny
the
little
freaking
speck
hammer of
right
discipline.
underneath him is Johnson? Like that green little dot right there.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that is the thing to always remember. That's why you always had that little zoom in sprite in the upper right, in the lower right there.
Yeah.
In hindsight, it does make me realize where Donkey Kong Jungle Beat took its little thing of occasionally showing DK on the side from.
Yeah.
Well,
Only because the camera zooms out so, far sometimes that it really does have that effect on the player.
Ow.
And I mean, to Ikki's delight, to the charging of the Wii version, they got rid of that.
Chagrin.
I know it's.
Chagrin, yeah.
I'm sure it's probably helpful to have, but like even in Katamari, how useful do you think having that zoom in the lower right is to like actually know what you're doing?
Well,
It's called
actually,
personality.
you see those little stars over your head?
Yes.
That usually dictates whether or not you're rolling up the right objects. Like if you
Oh.
roll up, like you saw how he just rolled up like an egg over there, and there was like
Yes.
a little star that spawned from it that shot up into the top left's corner. That counts as the total object of the level. So if you roll up food, you're going to see like little specks fly up into the corner.
Gotcha. So yeah, we rolled up the competition, and look at him.
Yep, and it's not the size of the sumo wrestler that matters, it's the heart. Also, you
Yep.
have to make sure that you roll up the opponent to make it work,
Oh, of course. That's the
To
whole
impress
end goal
the
of the
king.
game.
You can't just push them off the stage, you have to roll them up.
You literally have to consume them.
Yep, and there's Nick.
Hey, Nick.
He didn't have those little oblong things on the sides of his head and
Makes him look like a bull. He's like a full on like animal.
it makes his head look like a turkey, like one of those mutton chops.
Oh, that's
The
right.
wall meat,
They
sort
just-
of. Pot roast.
Kind of looks like an overly yellow burrito.
Cartoon.
Help!
The Yokozuna planet.
Looking good, Mr. Komusubi. He's like, help.
He's literally big enough to generate his own sense of gravity.
How did
His
I
own
get
atmosphere.
here?
Oh, the season for Meadowlarks.
Chapter
Ooh,
5.
the
Sung
happy
by-
days.
Koko Kimura.
And they really hit it off.
I do not know what they're saying in this song, unfortunately.
I don't even think. I'm gonna be controversial. I don't even think that's a woman singing. I think that's a man actually singing. Like just being like a fun
I know,
parody.
they
And
could
look,
be
the
very
mushrooms, and yay, we
androgynous.
fly.
Also, they could
Oh, that's-
fly!
That's right, we can fly, honey.
You could fly too, just like a bird.
And you know what?
Written
I
by Mike
think that-
Bastard.
Hey, you know what? I think they're gonna hit it off all right.
Yeah, even
Hey,
Angels
yeah.
telling them that they belong together.
Yeah, I want to take over the universe. You want to take over the universe? Yeah, that sounds cool.
Oh, that
Yes,
sounds
dear.
delightful.
That's nice, hon. That's nice, hon.
But yeah, we'll see how much further this relationship goes in the next part.
See
Yep.
you guys then!
It's time to get us some animal friends.
Meh.